Hey, hello students. I wanted to give you some feedback on assignment 1 of my COP 1000C Intro to Programming, C Programming course. On the first assignment, I was rather subjective and very easygoing in the grading, just so you know. But a lot of you did not pay attention, all right? You're no longer in high school, folks. All right, you need to follow instructions. You need to learn how to follow instructions. Keep in mind that I come from an environment when I was in the Navy. If I made a mistake or somebody on my team made a mistake, somebody could die. Obviously, 23 years at Disney working in engineering services. If I made a mistake or somebody working for me made a mistake, somebody could die or get hurt. All right, this is serious stuff. You need to follow instructions. All right, so I'm going to show you a couple of homework assignments that have been turned in to me that were from model students. Now, what this tells me is that a couple things. First of all, like 85% of you did everything exactly right. And you got 100 points, and a lot of times I wrote good work or perfect or whatever the case is. Some of you got a 98, 9, 98, 97, or less than a 97. Go back and look at my comments, all right? That's the feedback process. It means that you forgot something. So this one time I gave you a get out of jail free card. I'm not going to do that anymore. From now on, we grade by the rubrics. So I want to show you, this came from one of my dual enrollment students. For those of you who don't know, dual enrollment means that somebody's in high school and they're in college. And this particular guy's name is Patrick. I'm going to mention his name. Not really supposed to, but I don't care. He's a sharp cookie. I like this kid a lot, and he's a hard worker. So I'm going to show you everything that he sent to me. He sent all this to me in a zipped up folder with his name, his last name, hello world. I had to unzip it. He has a thing here where he commented his code. A lot of you asked me, what are code comments? Okay, that is researchable. We're not even going to go down that path. In fact, I posted, I think, 4 videos that came from YouTube on how to do comments. In the real world, most of the time we use them. Some people don't like to use them, but in the real world, we normally use them in case you're taken off of a project midstream and the guy that comes in behind you, he can understand your code. So here, Patrick went in, perfect work, and he added a comment for every line of code, just like I asked. So very simple program. This should have taken y'all like 5 minutes to do, maybe 15 minutes to research. This particular program and the source code is all over the internet. I think you'll find that between the movies that I give you as additional things on YouTube and the movies that Colin did and the book, everything that you need to complete these assignments is given to you. All right, I didn't used to do that. If you want to think about it, go back and anything that's a YouTube movie, take it out. Okay, and that's the way the school has these modules set up. I'm the one that went through hours and hours and hours of YouTube movies to help you understand things and give you supplemental contact so that you can learn a little bit more about these items. And a lot of these things are items that you're going to get. If I took the time to find a YouTube movie, it means that you're either going to be asked that question on a job interview or else you're going to need to know it for this course. So those of you that are going straight from assignment to assignment in the assignments tab and you're not looking at the modules, I have no sympathy for you anymore. All right, you're not going to make it in the real world. All right. So anyways, this is Patrick's comments. You can put those comments right in your source code. Here was this design tool. All right, this is a basic IPO design tool. What design tool you use, that's up to you. So here's this design tool in a separate Word document. Good work, Patrick. Here he has the screenshots. I do like it when everybody puts the screenshots and or the movie in one folder. It makes it easy for me to understand and me to manage, especially those of you that are using the Mac Xcode. Mac Xcode, I'm not a Mac guy, so I'm not familiar with how it sets up the folders and everything. And sometimes, a few times I had to go looking for the extra content that I'm asking for. So again, Patrick did a great job. Now I want to show you another student too. And the reason I like this particular student, her name is, I believe it's Maggie Ray. And her name stuck out when I did it, when I graded the code. And she's another one that kind of went the extra mile. I want to show you her, how she sent it to me. She's on a Mac OS, okay, so good example. Right here's her whiteboard design tool, which is just another method of showing me that you use some kind of a design tool to think about your code before you started coding. This one was perfect, and I loved it. I got a big kick out of it. She just went to an everyday whiteboard, and she wrote it on a whiteboard, and she put her code in here. So it was basically her tool to explain things. You can do this instead of using comments. If you do something like this, this is fine. If you include it with your tool, once again, what tool everybody uses initially, that's up to them. All right. Some people are going to use IPO. Some people are going to use flowchart. Some people are going to do source code and put notes next to it. This is to tell me that you understand and you thought about the code. All right. Again, I think the student's name was Maggie Ray. Excellent job there. I love this. Then she goes and she shows me the expected run. Okay, here it is. So perfect work. Here's the code. See all of her comments? All right, perfect comments. Probably the best that I got this semester so far. Excellent work. And then last but not least, you don't need to do this, but it really helps me out. If you summarize all that in a movie that I can go to real quick and look at, here she is. She's showing me the build, the compilation, and then she's running through it. There it is. The build succeeded. No errors. Exit code 0. Perfect work, Maggie. You're gonna be an excellent worker someday in the real world. I can see it now. So now going forward, a couple things that I want to warn you about. And then of course she's got her source code and everything in there. But I saw enough that I know that she did A work. So a couple things going forward that you need to understand. You need to have the IPO tool. You need to follow the directions. So every assignment you're going to have, or you're going to need to have a design tool, not necessarily IPO, but design tool. You're going to need to have a design tool. You're going to need to have comments like these students did. I don't want to hear any more things about, well, what do I do for comments? All right. What do I do for design tool? The design tool is up to you. Comments shows me that you understand what the code does. So that's, I think, 20 points right there. You need to have a couple screenshots. Several of you didn't send me screenshots, and I've asked for it in emails, asked for it in the assignments. It's in the rubrics. It's in there explained. You need to send me your source code. Your source code has to come in a manner that I can open it directly from the file into an IDE, or I can copy and paste it into an IDE. Some of you just sent me screenshots of your source code. That does not work. It has to be something that I can copy and paste. So that's a deliverable. All right. Let's see. If you want to do the movie, that's fine. Okay, that's up to you. You got to show me that your code, at a minimum, compiled successfully, it ran, and that you tested it. All right. So going into the second assignment, already I'm getting people asking me for more explanations of what they need to do. You got it. You have the rubrics. You're going to do everything that's in there, plus the things I'm asking for. So there's several paragraphs in there. Pay attention to what I'm asking for in that write-up. There's one thing in there that's not covered in the rubrics that you do get scored on, because we have a problem with some people in this class skipping around and not doing the things that I ask. So there is an extra thing somewhere in the reading that you need to do to let me know that you're doing the work as I asked for it. I'm not going to tell you what it is. And if you're on the Discord page or you're in a chat group, don't help the other students, because it's not fair. You're competing with these people. If they want to be lazy, they want to cut corners, let them do it. But if they don't include that one special little note, all right, they're going to get deducted 10 points. I'm tired of messing around already this semester. Again, overall, most of you are doing a great job. 85, 90% of you did things perfectly. Some of you are sending me C++ code. I don't know why you would do that. I don't even know why you would be... Why? What the hell? Okay, I don't get it. This is a C programming class, not a C++ class. So send me C code. Going forward, if you send me C++ code, if your file's in CPP and not .c, all right, I'm going to deduct 30 points. Okay, because it needs to be C code, not C++ code. So the best you can do if you send me C++ code is going to be a C. That's the best. Chances are, if you can't follow those directions, you're missing everything else. All right. Anyways, that's the way it is in the real world, folks. I'm a real world instructor. Maybe other instructors coddle you. Maybe they baby you. I don't know. Maybe they got a lot of free time on their hands. No, I'm too busy trying to help people. I'm too busy trying to develop people. All right. If you can't follow instructions, you can't be developed. All right. Other than that, keep in mind that we are going to have a little meeting this Wednesday, a Zoom meeting. I'll send out that invite Wednesday. It's going to be more tips on how to be successful in the real world and in my class. Again, overall, most of you did a great job, okay? But if you got a 97, 98, 99, anything below a 97, check my comments, because next time around it's not going to be 1 point that's deducted, it's going to be 10 points. And if you turn in crappy work to me, or if you turn in work to me that you've copied and pasted from someplace else and left the comments from the other website or the other student inside the code, you're not going to pass, all right? Have a good day, folks.